For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. So T.I. and Tiny, they've been dealing with those sexual allegations and all that stuff. What's happened just recently is VH1 has pulled their TV show, the T.I. and Tiny TV show, from the allegations.
I remember you. I think last week you had said you did a podcast.
Yeah, they're gonna pull. Yeah, he has a podcast too. They're probably gonna pull that. So let me go over the article. VH1 has reportedly pulled the plug on T.I. and Tiny Family and Friends Hustle reality show, at least temporarily. So it's not permanent.
That's stupid though. Why would you pull it temporarily?
I guess because of the allegations, they don't want to get attached to it, and you know how social media, they'll go attacking VH1.
Yeah.
Hey, pull shit like that. They probably just don't want to deal with that, and like, let's do it temporarily and see what happens, which is better than permanently. I think that's a little
Because then if it doesn't do anything and you're innocent, you can actually bring it back to talk about it, I guess, for ratings.
Exactly. So according to Deadline, MTV Entertainment has decided to halt production while the media company gathers more information on the recent sexual abuse allegations, which includes trafficking, drugging, and coercing women. We are aware of the allegations, and while they are not connected to our show, we have reached out to T.I. and Tamika Harris, as well as local and state officials. An MTV spokesperson said in the statement, given their serious nature of allegations, we have decided to suspend production in order to gather more information. Yeah, so this move comes in 3 weeks.
I wonder if that's going to affect the Netflix show, too.
That show where they look at artists? And,
because they're coming back with a second season.
Oh, I don't think Netflix is supposed to deliver some weird-ass show about kids twerking or dancing.
Oh, they came out, yeah.
Yeah, so
the girls.
I don't think Netflix is weird with that shit, man.
Yeah,
that fucking.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't.
They probably trying to find a way to make a show about that shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. So, they continued it. Let me deny. Mr. and Mr. Harris have been on record, and more importantly, want the public to know they empathetically deny in the strongest way possible the egregiously appalling allegations being made against them by Sabrina Patterson. So,
sound like T.I. wrote that line.
Yeah, I think the lawyer released a statement. It was like, T.I. wrote this shit because he used big ass words and shit. T.I. always be writing big ass words.
Yeah. So the podcast, what is it under? It's not like under Revolt or anything, is it?
I think it was Podcast One. So let me see. T.I. Expeditiously Podcast. It's like Podcast One or some. Yeah, Podcast One. Yep.
Is that like a big thing, or I never really heard of that?
Yeah, it's a company with multiple. It has Shaq's podcast on there, which I didn't even know Shaq had one. Yeah, a bunch of big celebrities podcasts. So it's a podcasting network.
Speaking of that, just briefly, Joe Budden launches Patreon subscriptions and joins as creator equity advisor at Patreon for the podcast.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. Joe has had a lot of deals. I really haven't read into this to understand what exactly is going on, because I know he had creative control at Complex and apparently Spotify too, I believe. He helped them with the podcast. I don't know, man.
I think Joe is just all over the place, man.
He is.
It's really weird.
He is.
And that title just seems like a title just given. Like, what the fuck is that even? I've never heard that title in my life. It's my first time I'm hearing that title.
I feel like Joe goes in there and just talks to these people and bullies them to give them titles. Like, dude, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You need to goddamn listen to me.
Give me this damn title, man.
All right, we give Joe the title.
Yeah, and he's not worried about the money on it. And they're doing like tiers of Patreon of like, hey, if you pay $5, you get this. If you pay $10, you get this.
But I think he's not the first to do that though.
No, Patreon's been around.
It's been around.
I even have a Patreon page.
So it's kind of crazy how he was able to just come in and become that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird.
I just hope it's a deal that lasts, and 2 years down the line he's gonna come out and say, man, fuck Patreon. Yeah, they're doing this to me. Like, at this point he has no more wiggle room.
Yeah.
You fuck up Complex, whatever, you complain about that, then Spotify, and if you complain about this, 3 strikes, you're out. I think at that point it's just like,
you're the problem.
Yeah, at that point you have to be the problem.
You're the problem.
Who knows? The Spotify thing sounded pretty real. I could see Spotify doing some shit like that.
Spotify definitely fucked him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Him.
But I don't know what having Complex creative control and academics and all that shit. I don't know. That sounded really weird and fishy to me. So if something happens with this and he blames whatever fucking Patreon, then yeah, it's a wrap, man. At that point,
with that academic shit, I felt like he played a chess move with that. I felt like he attached himself to that. Like he was already not big in podcasting, but when he got himself attached to the academics, started arguing with him,
got him bigger.
Yeah, it's like he turned academics into him.
Yeah,
he made academics the bad guy, and then people started applauding Joe.
Yeah, no, like, it was a 48 law. Yeah, that's a good way to look at 48 laws of power strategy move. That's definitely what it is. Yeah.
So yeah, and then he left, and then his shit blew up. He blew up Spotify, all that shit.
But that can, if that was his true intentions, that could backfire down the road.
But it did with Spotify.
Yeah, it's going to. Like if they should have honestly, that show would have been great if they continued it the way they did. Yeah. I think the Everyday Struggle with Academics and Joe Budden was a really good show. I would tune in here and there, but once Joe Budden left, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I think Star would have been a real. I like Star's.
Star
is fucking crazy. I like. Crazy. Yeah. So
why didn't that last? Star left too.
Star, the deal or some shit. Something with the deal. I think with Nadeska, he had a problem with her. Some shit happened.
Okay.
And then he was like, "Man, just fuck this shit."
I like Wayno though. When they added Wayno on, I like Wayno.
I don't know. Wayno wasn't just interesting. I don't know. It wasn't interesting to me with Wayno. It just, I feel like Wayno doesn't have that like, hey, rebuttal, like type of vibe. You know, Star had that.
It's not a clash.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Wayno is more so they're gonna sit there and really like come to it.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna go to this agreement and it is what it is. You know.
With Joe is like. We're tuned in to see them argue.
Yeah.
So we're used to that. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, like when I watch Undisputed with Shannon and Skip.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see them argue about some shit, you know? And that's why Skip always goes against LeBron and he always is for LeBron. So it's interesting, you know? And you need that sometimes. If it's just agreement, it's stupid as fuck, you know? Yeah. It's not fun at all. And it's not authentic or real. So so you think more shows are going to get pulled for T.I.?
I don't know, man.
Because what else does he have? He has a podcast. He has a
podcast. He has a Netflix.
He has that TV show coming with 50. I don't know if they're going to move.
I don't know. 50 might say
I mean,
no.
we don't know how far down the line that is. If it's like a year from now, I think people will, if this like kind of blows up,
if a documentary comes out,
oh yeah, that's a wrap. I think
that's what's gonna.
That's what got R. Kelly the fuck up out of here.
R. Kelly the fuck up out of here because niggas, we knew in the back of our head we knew R. Kelly was nasty, right?
Bro, I was listening to the Eminem and 50 and I'll Be Trice track "Love Me." 50 was like, let me find out he fucking around with Bow Wow bitch or some shit. Bow Wow bitch is like that age. Yeah, he's like R. Kelly. He's talking about Bow Wow bitch's age.
Yeah,
so that shit was happening a long time ago.
Yeah, he was, man. So if it's like real people and they can prove shit, man.
Oh, T.I. is gonna. Damn, that's crazy. T.I.'s gonna get the fuck up out of here. I think they're gonna get him. I ain't gonna see. We ain't gonna see T.I.
I don't think he'll go to prison though. I don't know. I don't think he'll go to prison.
I mean, how did the R. Kelly situation?
Because I think they opened up. They went back and looked at shit, and then plus R. Kelly, there was tapes.
Yeah,
it was actual tapes. The parents was coming out like, yeah, we've been holding on to this tape. Like, bro, and they got in trouble too. Like the people around who was bribing R. Kelly got in trouble because it's like you knew this. And instead of telling us, you was just bribing him.
Everybody that knew that didn't do shit about it should be in trouble.
Yes, definitely.
Period. The engineer, there's a fucking studio engineer there.
With a bed in there.
Literally, there's rooms with just women chilling there.
Yeah.
Like underage girls just chilling there. And the engineer was there, knew it was going on, nothing. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Had his security guards go get young girls and all that shit. Oh, y'all running an underage sex ring.
Literally.
That's an underage sex ring.
That's fucking.
I hope his trial is on TV. I hope we can see that.